Chapter 1. The Rock That Has a Date with Earth. An asteroid nearly as tall as the Empire State Building is hurtling through space, and it already has an appointment on our calendar. April 13th, 2029. Scientists call it Apophis. In Egyptian myth, Apophis was the serpent god of chaos, the eternal enemy of light. Coincidence? Or a warning we can't afford to ignore? From the moment it was discovered, Apophis captured global attention because of its trajectory. One so close it will pass between Earth and our satellites. You'll be able to see it streak across the sky with the naked eye. NASA says it will miss us, but prophecy speaks of a great star falling from heaven, burning like a torch, turning waters bitter. Revelation calls it Wormwood. Revelation 8:10-11. What if this isn't just science, but the fulfillment of an ancient warning? And what happens if NASA is wrong? We're going to connect the dots between modern astronomy and biblical prophecy, and you might never look at the night sky the same way again. Before we go further, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Chapter 2. The Day the Sky Turns Dangerous. On April 13th, 2029, Apophis will make its closest approach, closer than our weather satellites. For comparison, the moon is about 239,000 miles away. Apophis will skim past at just 19,000 miles. That's practically brushing our atmosphere. Scientists say it won't hit us this time, but its orbit is shifting with every pass. Even a minor gravitational nudge from Earth could alter its future path. That's why some experts whisper about 2036 or beyond, when the odds of a collision could rise dramatically. And here's where prophecy starts to cast a long shadow. Revelation 8:10-11 describes a star named Wormwood falling to Earth, poisoning waters and bringing death to many. Could an asteroid like Apophis, named for a god of destruction, be the very thing Scripture warned about? We'll look at NASA's own data, ancient astronomical records, and hidden connections the mainstream never talks about. And in the next chapter, you'll discover why even a near miss could be catastrophic, and how the heavens may already be sending us a message. If this grabs your attention, drop a comment with your thoughts so far. Chapter 3. A near miss that's not so harmless. People imagine a near-miss asteroid as a Hollywood moment. The rock streaks by, the danger passes, and life goes on. But the reality? Even without impact, Apophis could cause chaos. Its sheer mass, estimated at 27 billion pounds, will tug on Earth's gravity just as our planet pulls on it. This gravitational handshake can shift fault lines, trigger volcanic activity, and even disturb weather patterns. Some scientists compare it to ringing a giant planetary bell. And here's the eerie part. Ancient civilizations recorded sky omens followed by floods, famine, or war. Could Apophis be part of a repeating celestial pattern, one humanity has seen before? Jesus himself warned in Luke 21:25 that there would be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, with nations in distress. That's not poetic language, it's a warning of real-world upheaval tied to cosmic events. In the next chapter, we'll follow Apophis backward through history and uncover why its ancient name may hold the key to understanding its future. Chapter 4. The name that means destruction. Apophis isn't just a random label dreamed up by an astronomer. It's the Greek rendering of Apep, the ancient Egyptian god of chaos, a massive serpent who battled the sun god Ra every night, trying to plunge the world into darkness. In Egyptian myth, Apep never stops coming back. He is defeated, but only temporarily. It's unsettling that scientists chose this name for a real asteroid set to make history in 2029. Was it an inside joke, or a subconscious nod to something humanity can feel but doesn't fully understand? Names in the Bible carry prophetic weight. Proverbs 18:21 reminds us, death and life are in the power of the tongue. So what does it mean when our modern world names a quarter-mile-wide rock after the god of destruction? Some prophecy watchers see it as a cosmic billboard, warning us to connect the dots. And Apophis isn't the first celestial object with an ominous name to brush past Earth. In the next chapter, we'll revisit history's most catastrophic space impacts and see how close we've already come to disaster. Chapter 5, When the Sky Fell Before. Throughout history, the heavens have unleashed sudden devastation. In 1908, the Tunguska event flattened over 800 square miles of Siberian forest, an explosion so powerful it could have leveled a major city. No crater was ever found. Scientists believe it was caused by a space rock exploding in the atmosphere. Then there was 2013 in Chelyabinsk, Russia. A smaller asteroid, only about 60 feet wide, entered Earth's atmosphere and exploded with 30 times the energy of the Hiroshima bomb. Windows shattered, buildings cracked, and over 1,000 people were injured. Yet most of the world didn't even see it coming. These were minor compared to what Apophis could do. NASA has calculated that an asteroid of its size striking Earth could release energy equivalent to hundreds of nuclear weapons. And unlike volcanic eruptions or earthquakes, there's no warning siren for an impact from space. The Bible speaks of sudden destruction coming as travail upon a woman with child. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. If history has taught us anything, it's that the sky is not as silent or as safe as we think. Before we move forward, what do you think? Could an event like this happen again in our lifetime? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit the like button so more people can join the discussion. Chapter 6, The Day the Sky Turns to Fire. Imagine looking up and seeing a glowing serpent of flame slicing across the heavens. The air shudders. A shockwave races toward you. In an instant, the peaceful blue sky is ripped open by a roaring, burning mass, the size of a stadium, hurtling faster than a rifle bullet. If Apophis were to strike, the blast could vaporize entire cities in seconds. Even if it missed land and hit an ocean, the resulting tsunami could tower hundreds of feet high, smashing into coastlines with unstoppable force. The dust and debris flung into the atmosphere could block sunlight, plunging the world into a sudden, eerie winter. Ancient prophecy warns of a time when the stars will fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Matthew 24:29. Science calls it an impact event. Scripture calls it a sign of the end. The name Apophis isn't just a label. It comes from the Egyptian god of chaos and destruction. And on April 13th, 2029, that chaos will pass terrifyingly close to our planet. The question is, will it pass by or strike without mercy? Chapter 7, Wormwood, Coincidence or Countdown? In the book of Revelation, chapter 8 describes a star burning like a torch, falling from heaven, striking the waters and making them bitter. The name of the star is Wormwood, Revelation 8:10-11. For centuries, believers have wondered, was this symbolic or a literal prophecy of an object from space? Now picture Apophis, a massive tumbling rock of darkness that will blaze like a torch as it cuts through Earth's atmosphere. Scientists tell us its close pass will be unlike anything in recorded history. To the naked eye, it could appear larger than the moon. Some prophecy watchers believe Apophis fits the Wormwood description too closely to ignore. Could it be the star John foresaw on Patmos? Or will its 2029 flyby simply be the prelude to a later catastrophic impact? NASA calculates that this pass is safe, but even their models admit tiny shifts, caused by something as small as solar heating, could alter its future path. And if that path intersects with Earth decades later, Wormwood may be more than just an ancient biblical warning. It could be a date with destiny. Chapter 8, Science Meets Prophecy. For many, prophecy and science seem like rival kingdoms, one built on faith, the other on data. But with Apophis, the two appear to be shaking hands in uneasy agreement. Revelation warns of a celestial object that will wreak havoc on Earth. NASA, meanwhile, confirms that a 1,100-foot asteroid will skim dangerously close to our planet in just a few short years. This convergence should force us to ask, are we witnessing the fulfillment of ancient prophecy through modern science, or are we seeing a divine warning before the hammer falls? And here's where it gets even more compelling. Ancient Hebrew texts like Enoch describe heavenly stones of destruction hurled by God's command. 1 Enoch 18:13-16. Today's astronomers call them near-Earth objects, but the description is eerily familiar. Science can measure Apophis's size, speed and trajectory. Scripture measures its meaning. Together they may be pointing to the same unavoidable truth. Humanity's clock is ticking. Chapter 9. The Global Impact Scenario. If Apophis were ever to strike Earth, the results would be catastrophic beyond imagination. Even without a direct hit, its near miss in 2029 could unleash a cascade of consequences. Gravitational shifts, destabilized satellites, and increased seismic activity. NASA's simulations suggest that an impact of this magnitude could release the energy of thousands of nuclear bombs. Entire coastlines could be erased. Crops could fail under a shroud of dust, plunging the world into a modern dark age. Prophetically, this lines up with Revelation's descriptions of the seas turning to blood, skies darkening, and life struggling to survive. Is Apophis the opening act of those judgments, or the judgment itself? For now, scientists reassure us that 2029 is safe. But as history shows, nature doesn't take polls before rewriting the rules. And prophecy doesn't need permission from NASA to unfold. Chapter 10. What we must do now. Time is the one thing Apophis cannot give back. NASA can track its path, scientists can estimate its speed, but the Bible gives us the meaning. The heavens are declaring a warning. Whether Apophis is Wormwood itself or a precursor, it's a trumpet blast to a sleeping world. In Luke 21:28, Jesus says, "When these things begin to take place, stand up and lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near." That's not a call to panic, it's a call to prepare. Spiritually, urgently, now. For believers, this is the hour to deepen faith, spread the gospel, and live as though the return of Christ could happen at any moment, because it could. For skeptics, it's a challenge to consider that prophecy and science may be describing the same future. If you found this eye-opening, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more deep dives into prophecy, science, and the spiritual battle shaping our times. And remember, signs in the heavens are not random. They are messages. The question is, are we listening? Cheers!